Hello everyone, you are on the Mobi channel, and in this video I and an elite cameraman will discuss what can happen in part 4 of episode 67 of Skibidi Toilet. We will tell our theories about the possible future storyline of SIMP Cameraman, and also think about where the real original Skibidi scientist may be, so be sure to watch this video to the end, if you don't want to miss something interesting. Also at the end of the video I will show you a beautiful and epic fan version of part 4 of episode 67. I will analyze it, and maybe in some way the fan continuation will be able to guess the real events, so be sure to like it. Let's get 20,000 likes on this video, and also subscribe to the channel so as not to miss new videos. We're starting. Well, since the elite cameraman is in place, then I will immediately ask you an interesting question. Where do you think the original Skibidi scientist is now?
Even though we don't know if the scientist toilet was really fake, I do believe that there is an original, and I feel like we are going to see him sooner than we think. I'm not really sure where he is, but he might even end up being inside the mountain base. Or maybe the toilets have one more base somewhere else. One thing is certain, he wasn't scared enough for someone that's about to die, and G-Man Toilet just left without any care.
Yes, Titan G Toilet turned out to be a real Skibidi villain, and, as is customary with toilets, he left his daddy alone to fight one of the most powerful titans, or, as I said earlier, Titan G Toilet recognized the voice of Titan TV Man, and Jimmy remembers perfectly well how Titan TV Man almost destroyed him in the episode 47, but what I know for sure is that the Titan TV Man has forever left the Titan G Toilet without the ability of laser vision. And if they come back to my question, I believe that the original scientist may still be small. I think he remotely controlled a large robot scientist. Also, as I said in one of my past videos, the figure 2 was noticed on the scientist's laser, and then I said that perhaps this means that it is a double of the scientist, but fortunately one of the legendary designers of Skibidi Toilet, specifically SpeakerG, informed me that the figure 2 on the scientist's ear cannon corresponds to the original model of this cannon. Therefore, it is possible that this is an ordinary coincidence, or perhaps Mr. Boom specifically used this model so that we would pay attention to it. As for your elite theory, I agree that perhaps the original scientist is inside the mountain base. It's time to move on to the second question. It sounds like this. What do you think happened to SIMP Cameraman? Has he accepted the dark side? Or maybe he is undergoing a major upgrade and will also fight for the side of the agents?
The fact that SIMP Cameraman hasn't been seen for a long time and every major character has already returned, even the ones that disappeared after him like the Plunger Cameraman, is very concerning. I think there are two possibilities. He is either at his home crying 24/7 because TV Woman didn't accept him, which I understand how it feels like. The second one is, I think he might have been captured by the toilets. I feel like if he was getting upgrades, he already would have come back. Unless he is doing his duty elsewhere, there is a big possibility that he was captured by the toilets because no one stayed to save him at the end of episode 57 part 2. He looked like he died, but I don't think that's the case. His return will be epic, but he really might go into the dark side. If he does, I shall fight him with all my might to deserve TV Woman.
I see that you and a simple cameraman have something in common, and who knows, maybe you will have a real fight, but not in the universe of Mr. Boom. And seriously speaking, I am also very concerned about why a simple cameraman has not returned yet. I very much doubt that he really died in the second parts of episode 57. I also adhere to the theory that he took the dark side, because it's not just that toilets create hybrids, which in recent episodes are very similar to agents. Perhaps they did something similar with a simple cameraman, and it's possible that he himself began to make these hybrids. I really hope that in the near future we can get some information about a simple cameraman, because for a reason he was one of the main characters of several episodes, and perhaps in the future we will get an epic battle of a simple cameraman against a plunger cameraman. Well, now we move on to the next interesting topic. My question will be this: in part 3 of episode 67, dafuqboom wrote in the description under the video that everyone has their weaknesses. What do you think he meant, and what weakness does the updated Titan TV Man have?
The description of episode 67 part 3 might be misleading because we have no idea who it relates to. It might have been a shot at Scientist Toilet as well, because as you guys know, in part 2, the Scientist Toilet really did some huge damage and was easily overtaken in part 3, which might mean that he had a weakness. But I think we'll get to confirm this in part 4, since we'll most likely see more of Titan TV Man.
A very interesting answer. I assume that the description of part 3 applies to each character of this episode. For example, The weakness of the Titan Cameraman is considered to be the hypnotic screen of the Skibidi TV. The weakness of the Titan Speakerman is believed that he alone will be able to defeat such a strong opponent as the Skibidi scientist. And by the way, I talked about all the Titans in my recent video, so be sure to watch it. Continuing the theme of the weaknesses of the characters, I believe that the weakness of the scientist Titan is that without his gadgets, he becomes helpless, because he is not able to provide some kind of physical opposition to the updated Titan TV man, and the weakness of the Titan G toilet is its fear of the updated Titan TV man. And the only character who has no weakness is the updated Titan TV man. Perhaps in part 4 of episode 67 something very dangerous will appear even for the updated Titan, and he will be forced to move all the Alliance agents to a secret place of TV Man's agents. We turn to the fourth question, which sounds like this. Do you think the Titans Cameraman and Speakerman will get new updates, or will they just be repaired?
I think the Titan duo will get insane upgrades after this point because they have been injured a lot, and I think just like how it happened to Titan TV Man, their upgrades will significantly change their looks, and they will probably be stronger than Titan TV Man when they return. But the question is, how long will this take? Usually for Titans to get repaired, and upgrades takes about 15 to 25 episodes, and this might again be the case, but the problem is, back then we were getting one episode every 3 days, but now it's one episode per week. So if Dafuq decides to actually make us wait 20 episodes, that would be almost half a year from now on, which is very unlikely if I'm honest. So I think we might get them in about 10, maybe 15 episodes.
A very interesting answer. I also think that the Titans will be updated, but their updates will occur only in armor and weapons. I assume that the updated Titan Cameraman will get an additional chainsaw arm or something similar to it. And the updated Titan Speakerman may get an additional speaker that will be designed for throwing knives at opponents, and they will also both receive a new updated armor that will not be destroyed when toxic and dangerous acid gets on them. They will change outwardly, but the changes will not be so large scale, and if these updates are not so large scale, then the time of their absence will not be so long. And now, dear viewers, would like to show you an interesting fan continuation of part 4 of episode 67 from the author of MonsterUP. This author of fan animation suggests that after the updated Titan TV man destroyed the robot scientist, portals began to open in this location from which new clones of the Titan scientist began to appear, and they took turns attacking the updated Titan TV man. One of them tried to physically defeat Titan, and the second decided to stun TV man with sound, but Titan shoots a clone of the scientist from his powerful reactor. Next, the updated Titan utters a secret message, charges secret blasters. Then he activates them and the scientist's doppelgangers explode in just a second, and the last clone preferred to return back to a safe place. But why did I show you this fan animation? The fact is that part 4 of episode 67 will be dedicated to the updated Titan TV man, and perhaps we will see another interesting battle. Well, this video is coming to an end, and I want to say a big thank you to the Elite Cameraman for being able to take part in this video.
Elite Cameraman out.
And also Mobi was with you and you were on my channel. Don't forget to subscribe to me, as well as to the channel of the Elite Cameraman. See you soon.